My name is Lydia Huntress, and this is my testimony.
Great. Think you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I was in college, one of my early semesters of college, my schedule worked out so that 3 days a week I didn't have class until about 11 a.m. And that was a season of really intense spiritual growing for me. And I chose to use a couple of hours on each of those mornings for scripture study. I literally sat at my desk in my dorm room and just studied scripture. And there was no rhyme or reason. I sat down and flipped open to something and read until I was captured by another part of it, and I would just kind of go from thing to thing with my Bible and a commentary and a dictionary. And I tell you what, I grew so much, and I felt like throughout that season, every time I left my dorm room, immediately what I had studied was put into play, was put into action. People would just come up to me completely out of the blue and ask about something that I had been given an answer to an hour before at my desk in my room. And I saw in the most amazing way possible how as we pursue the Lord, He takes our desire for Him and He teaches us, and He immediately gives us a way to use that to bless other people. These days, I don't have, 2 hours, 3 days a week to sit down with my Bible and study. And I found over the past few years, especially since having children, that the ways that I pursue Him now basically lead to my sanctification. Sanctification is a big word that just means God is changing my heart to make me more like Him. And it's depressing sometimes to realize how selfish I am and how ugly my attitude can be for most of my life, most of my waking hours. I would rather act differently and feel differently about things. And but I see in that basically the beauty of how God is working in my heart and in my life, and He's transforming me. If I wasn't aware of those things in my spirit and in my heart, He couldn't change them. And my desire more than anything as I pursue the Lord is for Him to change me and to be more like Him. And so to have this season of kind of being constantly reminded by my toddlers what needs to change in me, it's good because we can work on that together. The Lord takes that and makes me more beautiful as He makes me more like Him. And that's a really exciting thing.